The consent calendar, all items are considered routine or implemented earlier council action and may be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion unless requested by a council member, citizen, or staff. Any action on the consent calendar?
Through the chair, I'd like to pull 7D.
7D.
D as in
Okay.
dog.
All right. Anything else?
Move to approve.
Second.
Move to approve the remainder of the consent calendar. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 7D, adopt a resolution accepting the on-call concrete repair and replacement contract as complete and authorizing release of the contract retention.
Mr. Mayor, I hate to do this, but it's the numbers just didn't agree with me on this, and I realized that this item is to approve the completion of the work for this project, but it just seems to me, and I got my highlighter out, and I got a big contingency on this project that was exceeded, even though the construction contract, the contractor came in lower than the bid. So what concerns me is that we set a construction contingency and it's exceeded. I just would like staff to, to probably explain that.
May I ask a clarifying question so that staff?
I've got a budget. I mean, it was very clear and laid out, clearly laid out in the staff report that this project had a budget of $329,000, of which the construction contingency was almost $55,000. The actual expenses came out to be $49,000 in construction management and inspection that was not in the budget, and then $7,600 in in-house design, which was not in the budget. So to me, that's, and that adds up, and I know it's not a lot, but it exceeds the contingency.
Through the chair, also on this, why staff's giving, I'd like to also, even though I asked for it, I'd like to have it for the record, is that there was a change order for $23,000, and if we can explain as to what precipitated the change order for that amount.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, Council Member. The budget was for construction. Typically in the construction budget or the contingency budget, the design and construction management and the inspection is not included. Is the 23,000 construction change order was issued for two residents in the Crestmore neighborhood had to move in their residence prior the development and implementation of the sidewalk improvement in front of their property. And that's the reason why it was necessary to issue a change order to the existing concrete contractor available to us to implement those for a specific improvement and to enable those residents to move in. For this change order was above the contract amount, but was funded through the Crestmore Trust available funding.
Okay, I'm satisfied with the fact that as far as the explanation that that the in-house staff design is not included in the construction. For a $274,000 project, it just seems very unusual to have $55,000 in construction management and inspection for sidewalk work. And I'm not a paving contractor. I'm not, I'm not an engineer or anything, but it just seems that, that it's a lot of money for something that would seem fairly routine in the field, in the pub, in the layman's eyes.
Typically, the management of the sidewalk contract is very labor intensive and required lots of time investment on staff part. Require lots of coordination with the specific property owners, and that's why is more resource intensive than a normal project.
Okay. I mean, that's what I need to hear. And I apologize because the internet was out. I was going to shoot you off
No problem.
a notice.
I hope I
before
was able to respond to your
Okay.
concern.
All right, thank you. I'll move to accept.
Second?
Motion second to accept item 7D of the consent calendar. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.